some of you will see this video. This is ranking. You can't see the tier list, but I do have a tier list of ranking all the card games that I have played throughout my time. I didn't play a whole bunch. This video will probably be like what, say 7 minutes long. Maybe me talking about card games. Saying like, you go away. Saying like how good they are based off of what I've played on. Now I'm on PlayStation, so there are games that I have seen that I just don't like. Um, so starting off with Need for Speed Heat, my most played game, easily my most played game. It's a good game. Need for Speed Heat's a very good game. I think many people can get into the game. It's still quite popular with 5K active people right now. It's not too popular, but it's still pretty up there. But the game has such a great story. Probably one of the best stories, but one of the shortest. It only takes like 12 hours to beat, I'm pretty sure. That's how long it took me to beat the story. But the cop chases are fun. I think the game's a whole fun game. So Need for Speed will probably be an S tier for me. Yeah, an S tier. That sounds about right. Probably one of the best Need for Speed games we probably will ever have for quite some time. And oh. And speaking of Need for Speed Unbound, on the other hand, will probably be a C tier. I didn't really like the aspect of this story. I think the story really brings it down a lot. And same with the online. It's a C tier for me though. Need for Speed Unbound is a C tier because so you have to do quests for unlocking some type of all the cars basically, like you have to get like 70 different cars through missions, which just doesn't sound right. I don't think it's a really good idea to do it from missions. I don't think it's an alright idea, but it wasn't a good idea, honestly. Like, who wants to unlock cars from missions? Sure, it's more people get to play the game longer, but it's just you gotta do, there's some races where you gotta do mixed versions of them, which I don't know how to do, so maybe someone can put that in chat or in comments. So Need for Speed Unbound's a C tier. Not great, but not bad either. Need for Speed No Limits. I've played that too. I didn't like Need for Speed No Limits. I didn't really play much of it, but I'm gonna do it as a D tier. There's garbage right under D tier. Need for Speed Payback. I played Payback. Not much of it. I played a little bit of Payback, but I didn't really understand or really cared for the game, honestly. That's a D tier. Most Wanted. Need for Speed Most Wanted. That's actually a good game. It's on mobile as well. I don't know if it's on PlayStation, but it's on mobile. You can play it. I played it before. I've done pretty well in the game, but it's fairly hard to play because you have to, be good at what you're doing. But I made it pretty far, but that one's just like you just race and there's no multiplayer or anything. It's just racing a lot. So I'm gonna give Most Wanted a B tier. Forza Horizon, we're gonna do 5 because that's the one I played. Forza Horizon 5, probably one of the best racing games, best racing game. Fairly easy to get cars. I mean, probably one of the easiest games to get cars in. You don't really have to do much. Do the story and grind for cars. That's really do. There's like 800 different cars in that game, maybe even 900 to be exact. The game's not getting updated anymore because Forza Horizon 6, as we all know, is coming out probably next year. Forza Horizon has not a great story. Probably the same thing with Unbound. The stories are just mid. Not really much going on. Not many characters going on. I've played all of Forza's story. It's alright. It's not the greatest. Probably a boring story. But I've played all through it, so it's an alright story. If you all want to play Forza, go right ahead. I'm gonna give Forza an S tier. Yes, yes, yes. Forza is an S tier, right where Heat is. Crew 2 and the Crew Motorfest. We're gonna rank both of them. Crew 2 and Crew Motorfest are the harshest racing games out there. The Crew 2 and the Crew Motorfest have the same problem. You have to spend a lot of time in the game. I'm telling you, a lot of time. More time than any other game you'll ever see. Forza, any other combined. Forza, Need for Speed, all those games combined. You have to spend so much time. It took me about an hour to probably get one car, like around 400k. It took a long time, 1 hour. And I wasn't even doing the fast races. I was doing more of the slow races. Now, you have to spend a lot more time to get the higher ones. It took me about a day to get a million on the Crew 2, which kind of lays it back a lot because I don't know how I managed to do it, but it took me about a day or so. And I finally got 2 million, I think it was. No, it was 2 million, sorry. I meant 2 million, not a million. About a day to get 2 million. Which isn't terrible, but I just don't like doing that constantly. You have to do that constant. Like, I can't do that because I would get bored relatively quick. And I just didn't play the game as much anymore, honestly, because I just didn't think I would really grind all that much. And it also saves me storage. I'm gonna give Crew 2 a C tier. I don't think it's a great game. It's just more arcadey than it is, an actual game. But if you like the game, hey man, I'm not hating, but I just think it takes so long to grind that game. It takes so long. You probably have to spend hundreds of hours just to get all the cars. Maybe even thousands, who knows. But it's definitely gonna take hundreds of hours to get all the cars. Next is Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. There's a lot of Need for Speed games. Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. That's a game I also played. I think you could choose to be cop or no, it doesn't. You can't. I think that's Rivals. But you have cop missions, and you have normal missions, I think, or mostly cop, I think. That's an alright feature. I don't think this game is. I didn't really play much of it, so I have no, intense. But I'm gonna give it a B tier. Forza Motorsport. Everyone knows what Forza Motorsport going is. Forza Motorsport is hot garbage. Don't even purchase this game. Even if you're on Xbox or Steam, do not purchase Forza Motorsport. It is hot garbage. I heard very bad things from it, and I've seen Forza Motorsport. It does not look good. I'm just gonna be for real with y'all. Forza Motorsport is terrible. One of the worst racing games. Even worse than Crew Motorfest and Payback. I don't like. I'm not a fan of those games. But the Forza Motorsport is god awful. And the reviews is 48%. 48% for what it is right now. I bet you that Unbound has like an 80% like rate. 48%, and there's like 500 people on Forza Motorsport right now. There is more people on Unbound than there is Forza Motorsport. About 1,000, almost 2,000 more on this game than Forza Motorsport. That is sad. Forza Motorsport just sucks. It's like a Gran Turismo. There's probably no one on either one of those games because I don't think there's even multiplayer on those type of games. Like, why? No one cared for Forza Motorsport. I don't know why they keep making new ones. Like, Forza Motorsport is just awful. Like, it's just awful. I think there's other games that I've played on here that we could rank. Oh, Gran Turismo, you're going to garbage too. Well, not garbage, but I just didn't really play the game all that much. I know some people like Gran Turismo, but I can't play the game for the life of me. I didn't really play a lot of these games, but I will tell you, if you get any game, it's either going to be Need for Speed or Forza. Don't get like Crew 2. Don't get any of those. Get either Need for Speed or Forza. That's probably my suggestion. Maybe Need for Speed Unbound, just so you're up to date and more newer. But you could also play Heat. Heat's a very good game. I love Heat. He's probably one of the best. I put so much time into Heat. But hey, either get Need for Speed Heat, Forza Horizon 5 or 6, because 6 is coming up by next year, or Unbound. That's a good option. Even though I don't really like Unbound story, that's what lays it back, and all the online stuff that you have to do. I'm not really grinding for cars online, but I just really grinded one car and this actually I grinded like a couple cars, but I only really grinded the Koenigsegg and Gotti, and that's really it. I mean, I have gotten some cars from missions, but I didn't really care for them. But I just wanted to unlock a little bit each day, maybe just unlock a little bit of cars or something like that, and then after we could just ride around and stuff. But I want to talk about the Need for Speed slander, not slander, but Need for Speed talk a little bit. I don't think we're gonna get one until 2028, probably when I graduate, because of Battlefield. I think the problem with Battlefield is they have to get ideas for it. Like, they want to work on Battlefield just for a little bit to lay off on Need for Speed, but they could have still done stuff in Need for Speed before they went to Battlefield. Like, make like a Volume 10, or maybe one last update for Unbound. Maybe add like a brand new car, something. But they are going into Battlefield, and I heard Battlefield so far is looking good, which is not a good thing for Need for Speed, because not only will it take Need for Speed to come back a lot longer, but while Battlefield is gonna take over, Need for Speed, or technically EA, wants to get 100 million on Battlefield, or sell 100 million copies, maybe for Need for Speed purposes. They're trying to get up for Need for Speed, so that when Need for Speed comes out, they're fresh, stoned, and they're ready for the next game. That could be it, but I don't know, because Need for Speed is a very good game. I like Need for Speed, especially how detailed this is. Like, look at how detailed it is. Like, damn, so good, such good graphics. But honestly, I don't know when they're gonna come back, but I do know it's either gonna be 2028 or 2030. Now, that's crazy to me, because it means we're stuck with Unbound for quite some time. Usually, because Heat to Unbound came in, what, 2022? 2021? Now, Need for Speed Heat should have been more loved, because there was really nothing going on with Need for Speed Heat. Honestly, there was nothing going on. And that kind of what laid Need for Speed back a little bit. I'm talking about Heat. Didn't really have... It had the story potential, but after that, like, what do you do? Like, after you beat all the story, get to level 50, and get all the ultimate parts, what is there to do after that? Grind for money? By the way, there's a money glitch in Need for Speed Heat, which they can't stop because they don't own the game anymore. But they could have done more with Need for Speed Heat. They could have done more with Unbound. They could have done more. They could have done more with these games. Like, they could have updated more consistently, you know. But it's still a good game at the end of the day. But yeah, that's ranking every single, not every single, but most of the the racing games I've played, and talking about Need for Speed stuff. But well, we're probably gonna get reset here. But yeah, I'll see you guys